What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. So last night, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 14 has aired. We checked in with Kim and Soja Boy, and there has been some new developments in their relationship. So actually, there's a couple. So let's just start off with the fact that the second wife talk might be off the table. So you guys know we spent the last 13 episodes talking about Usman taking on a second wife to have children. So we found out last week that taking on a second wife can actually stop Usman from getting a green card and coming to the US because polygamy is illegal in the United States. Even if that marriage never took place on US soil, it doesn't matter. So now we're finding out that Usman's brother Muhammad has a 3-year-old son, and Usman is considering adopting this 3-year-old son and bringing that son to America. Now, the only issue with this plan is Kim would be the sole caretaker of this child because Usman would have to travel back and forth between America and Nigeria, and a younger child would need to stay put in one place in order to attend school. So a lot of people on Twitter felt like Kim should feel relieved because now there is no more second wife talk, because a lot of people felt like deep down she wasn't really okay with the idea of having a second wife because it was going to be out of sight, out of mind. She wouldn't have to see or interact with the wife. She would only see the children only on trips, and it wouldn't be that hard to deal with because it would be something that was so far away and removed from her actual everyday life. So this version of it does eliminate the idea of another wife and Usman being intimate with another woman and even having a relationship with another woman, but it does bring in the idea of her raising a small child after already raising her son. She is at the point in her life where raising children is behind her. So now we are wondering how this is all going to play out. Kim and Usman are still looking to get married, and in order for that to take place, Usman needs to produce a child. Now, even though this child that they would adopt would not be his own child, it would be a child that is related to him through blood. So I'm assuming that that would be okay. But I thought in their culture, you needed to have your own children. So maybe this is a compromise that Usman is making in order to make the green card and marriage to Kimberly work. It would also give her first wife status instead of second wife status, which was something that she had wanted since the beginning of the season. So apparently the blessing from Usman's mom was not the only obstacle that they needed to go through. There is still one more blessing that they need to attain, and that is Jamal's support and blessing of the marriage. Now, Kim actually said on this episode last night that she will not actually marry Usman until Jamal meets him and they can at least get along and be cordial with each other. In a perfect world, she would love for them to have a good relationship and be close, but she said being cordial and at least getting along and supportive of the relationship is something that she has to have before they can move forward in this relationship. I feel like there's so many tests and blessings and finish lines that they have to make it through just to get to the walking down the aisle. This relationship has been really trying. So many compromises and so many outside sources that are determining whether or not this marriage and relationship can take place. It really makes you wonder, why do you need to convince so many people that you love someone? I want us to live in a world where you can just marry someone and be with someone because you love them. You don't need to actually prove it to anyone, and you don't need the support of other people. Why can't we live in a world where people support happiness and support each other no matter what? Because now that we've seen Kim go through so much, she had to go to Nigeria to get the blessing. She got engaged to Usman, and all of this could be for nothing if Jamal arrives in Nigeria and he is not okay with the relationship and he doesn't give his support and blessing. Now, we know that Jamal will do anything to support his mother, and he knows that Usman makes his mother happy, and he's happy that his mother is happy. But is that enough for Jamal to sign off on this wedding blessing? We're going to have to wait and see. And I'm actually really excited to see Jamal and Usman interact because we've only seen them interact on a tell-all, on a TV screen, and that interaction did not go well. So, guys, I'm really interested in seeing how they interact with each other in person. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. Make sure to follow me on all social media platforms at George Mossey and at georgemossey.com for all your 90 Day Fiancé news and updates.